The ultimate tournament of everything.
Welcome to this Tournament of Everything Scouting Report, where we take a look at one competitor out of all of them ever and tell you why they're competitive against everything else.
Or why they may not be. We never know until we take a look. We've got to see in these scouting reports just one character, contestant, if you will, and see, assess their assets and evaluate how they may perform when they inevitably show up in round one. So, Rob, why don't you tell us who we will be investigating this evening?
Our competitor today has been scouted before, just not by us, probably by other teams in the NBA, because we are talking about the 2006-2007 Detroit Pistons season.
Yes, we were. This was a wonderful season, completely full of baskets and balls. This happened to be the 66th season of the franchise, the 59th within the confines of the National Basketball Association, and the 50th in the Detroit area. So it looks like there's other things about this team that I'm not aware of.
Now, the Pistons began the season hoping to improve upon their 64-18 record from their previous season. However, they came 11 wins shy of tying it, finishing instead 53-29. Now, those were enough wins to lead the conference to first. However, everyone else was terrible.
Yeah, those are some pretty good records that they've had there. And how could they not be? After signing Nazir Muhammad and hometown native Chris Webber to offset the loss of Ben Wallace during the offseason, the Pistons were able to reach the Eastern Conference Finals for the 5th consecutive season, becoming the very first team to do so since the 1992-93 Bulls. In the conference finals, however, they were defeated by the eventual conference champion, the Cleveland Cavaliers, in 6 games.
Every once in a while, I forget that Detroit was good at basketball because I think they've been terrible lately. Now, what else do we know about this season? They had some draft picks. They have their roster. Chauncey Billups played for them that year. Other names that we might recognize.
Well,
Tyshawn
it
Prince.
starts at the top, though. All the players there got there because of their innate talent and likely tall statures. However, they had to be chosen. We've got a head coach that was Flip Saunders. General manager was Joe Dumars, and they played in the Palace of Auburn Hills. This team was good enough to assemble the 6th best team defense rating in the NBA that year. And again, as you said, we've got some heavy hitters: Chauncey Billups, Chris Webber, Rasheed Wallace, Taysom Prince. If you're a fan of the game of basketball, you've definitely heard a lot of these names. And the team was good enough to defeat their conference. Looks like they were number 1 in the division, beating out the Cavaliers, the Bulls, the Pacers, and the Bucks, respectively.
Now, that year, Amir Johnson had a field goal percentage of .545, leading the team, and Will Blalock had a perfect free throw percentage, but he did not shoot many of them, but he did make all the ones he did.
Well, and that's what's important there. The shots that you take, you want to make. And that's one of our philosophies here on the Ultimate Tournament of Everything. And we do take a lot of shots. For every single day, we have an episode, and it costs nothing. It's a free throw, if you will, on every day except for Tuesdays and Thursdays. We do one of these shorts. And Rob, why don't you take a long-range shot to tell them what we do on the other days?
Every Tuesday and Thursday, we compare 18 of Infinity's best competitors against each other 2x2 over 9 rounds of some of the most random things you've probably heard today. And if you liked any of that or any of this, you can give us a rating, like the podcast, subscribe, maybe even tell a friend, and check back in with us tomorrow.
The ultimate tournament of everything.